It's been a while with one game a week.
Okay, Gordon?
So how would you rate the transfer window overall for you?
Rate that I'm happy that it's finished and we know what the squad is to go on the next 4 months, because it's going to be now this almost sprint of 4 months with a lot of games, and that we know what the squad is, that we could adjust a few things to get balance in the squad, that we could add some young talentful players who can raise their game here and can give added value to the club also in the future, to bring more money in the club. But it's not the main concern. The main concern is, of course, to get results, but with a good business plan.
Oscar Cortez was the deadline day signing. What do you hope he will bring?
Yeah, he's somebody with a lot of talent. He's still young. He had his first experience in Europe, in Lens. Was not the easiest one. I know Lens also, so there's a lot of competition there. Also a different playing style than he was used to, because he's more a winger and they played a system without wingers. So that was for sure for a new player not an easy thing to cope with, to do it in another position and doing other things than you're used to doing. I think he's somebody with a lot of quality, with a big future if he makes the good steps and he learns the right things. I have a really good experience with Colombian guys until now. So I had in the past Carlos Baca and José Izquierdo in Bruges when I was assistant, who did a really good job there and made big transfers afterwards to Premier League or to Serie A or to La Liga. I had John Lukumi in Genk, also as a young player. I think John was 18 when he came, 18 or 19, as centre back, and he made also the right steps, because all of the three worked hard. The thing is, with them also, it's a culture shock. So you need to take that in account. And every individual is different in that way. Needs more time. Some need more time, some are fast adapted. Izquierdo, it went fast. With Baca, was maybe then in career the best of the three. Jose had a little bit bad luck with a big injury. Carlos, I remember it was Christophe Daum who was coach at that moment in Bruges. After 2 months of Baca in Bruges, he went to the scouting team and he smashed them, that this player was so poor and so bad that he could not imagine why this guy was bought. But 4 months later, he was the best player in the team, and 1 year later, he became top scorer. So he needed time to adapt. So I will be really curious with Oscar how fast his adaptation goes towards everything in Europe, and it's our job as a club, my job, my staff, everybody around to help those players to adapt fast. So we're going to put a lot of attention to that next to the things on the field. No questions anymore. It was long.
There was a lot of speculation about the striker position. Was that something you wanted? Did you want to add another one, or how do you feel about the
I didn't speak before it. I will never speak after it about what we wanted and yes or no and these discussions. So everybody worked really hard in the building. I think compared with a lot of other teams, we did really interesting things with the three guys we bring in. There was a lot of competition for them also. So I'm happy with the squad that is here now. And about the striker position, everybody's saying that Cyril is doing a big evolution in these 3 months. It's really clear for everybody. Fabio showed already also good things. He's still adapting to the team and the way of playing. That's normal. Kemar is also still in the building. He's not top fit now, but I expect him to be fit next X time, but that he will be fit this season. Danny, we will see if he will be back at the end of the season maybe or not. We're gonna not risk anything with him about 1-2 weeks in a season or even 3 weeks. So we will see at the end, but he will be in the building also next season, and he showed also promising things. So those are also things to take in account. And we have with Zach Lovelace also somebody who was out injured. I didn't see him yet live with me, but I saw him before, and he's also somebody with a bright future. So you can have maybe 6-7 strikers, but you cannot put them all. So that's also things to take in account.
How close is, sorry, how close is that?
No fights, please. No.
How close is that Lovelace to obviously have that injury?
No, yeah, he's been 3 months out, so he needs to make his steps first with the second team, to have trainings there, to adapt to the rhythm there, then to play games with them, adapt to that rhythm, and then the next step for him is to have more training sessions with us, in moments with the second team, like Bailey Rice for the moment is doing, or John Lee, Ifeku, or Cole McKinnon, or Robbie Fraser. So to adapt and to make steps like that. So that's the next step for Zach to make.
Do you expect Jose Cifuentes to leave the club, Philippe?
I don't know. There's interest for him. Sifu is also interested in that, but there's no deal yet, so we will see. He's somebody with a terrific mentality, and we know if he doesn't make the step that we can count on him, so we will see.
Yeah, I just want to ask you as well, the transfer window shut and you know your squad for the rest of the season, but you have to name the European squad in the coming days. Do you know when that is, and have you had any discussions with some players? Because I think you can only make 3 changes from the first half of the season.
Yes, I had discussions with the players about that this afternoon, because I'm not happy with the rule. But the rule is the rule, of course, for all the teams, and I understand also the idea behind it. I was not really totally aligned with how the European list was started beginning of the season, but it was also what it is, so I can only make 3 changes now. So that will create that a few players that I wanted on the list cannot be on the list. That will be a reality.
Just in terms of the list, is there any chance that you will put some of the players that are injured on it, with the chance that you go deep into the competition they can come back, or will you be thinking more short term, the games coming in March?
I will think both, but it's not much to think about if you only have 3 positions to change. So if you guys think a little bit logical, you will see the logic.
You talked about the balance of the squad. What makes you happy with the balance now at the end of the transfer window? What are you particularly happy with?
Yeah, we see more and more players fit, and there's a fight for every position. So that's what you want as a manager. Give you headaches also in moments to make choices. But we know we have also a lot of games. The next 6 weeks until the next international window, when the national teams play, we will have 5 weeks out of the 6, 3 games a week. So it's going to be again a really, really intense period where I need rotation. So I'm going to do that rotation. So I need to make everybody ready for that. I need to give minutes for that. That's going to be the case also tomorrow. To get players on the pitch again who came out of injury, because that's still the story that lies maybe in the minds of a lot of people behind us, but in a way it's still there because these players don't have game rhythm, so I need to give them game rhythm to build it again next to the training, so we're still busy with that.
4 at home, maybe 5 out of the next 6 or whatever. Do you see that as a real opportunity? You've had plenty of momentum.
No, but I don't see home games as an opportunity because I want to win them all. Let's be very clear about that. So I want to win the away games also, all of them. So no, but it's nice to play at Ibrox. It's mythical. It gives me goosebumps every time I step into that office. So in that way, I love it, but uh, I want to go also to St. Mirren to win games. That's the only thing what it goes about is to win the games and try to win all of them. So no, in that way, no difference. Difference maybe that the pitch will be better, that helps for the football we want to play. But the rest is to keep on pushing with all the team and every 2 days to be there with all the squad and for me to puzzle every time to get every player who's on the field that is 100% and he can go 100% full every second that he's on the pitch. That's going to be important the next 6 weeks again.
How long did you say Kamara was out for?
No, I don't know yet, but I expect him to be back somewhere in this season.
Going back to the transfer window, did you have an offer for Jack Butland?
Nobody called me, but they don't call me about those things. It's not important offers for this player or that player. I think that's another positive point. But in general, that there were players who could go somewhere else, who could make a new step to interesting competitions, interesting teams, but they wanted to stay. So I think it's also a big evolution. For sure, 3 months ago they wanted to leave. So they all feel that they are in a good story and they can do something special together this season. So in that way, I'm really happy about this January period also, because sometimes you lose suddenly players, or there are players knocking on your door that they really want to go, and they use every emotional reason why they want to go. It was the opposite here, because there were a few offers that the player said, no, I want to stay at Rangers.
How many players had interest in him? Can you tell?
No, a few.
Are the two new signings available for selection for Slovan?
Yeah, on paper, yes, but we need to look also what they did until now. So Oscar played, I think, 27 of January. He played 88 minutes. He was training all the time, so he's fitter. Dio played his last game end of November, had a bigger winter break, then a short period of training. So with Dio, we're gonna first work a bit to bring him in the good conditions on the pitch, because we know also everybody has big expectation of new players, so we need to put them also on the field when they're ready.
Thanks, guys. Dailies?